so I just didn't think that my mom would maybe date ever. And then also it starts to happen, and these guys are coming over, and you're like, hey, what's up, man? And they're like, hey, can I shoot some hoops with you? Yeah, can we? This guy named Dennis, he's like, can I get? Hey, you mind if I pop up a few basket shots? And I was like, oh boy. And again, trying to be nice kid, being like, oh, yeah, sure, man, like, yeah. And then I remember handing him the ball. It was like out of a movie, like out of some like Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Ted Danson. Wasn't that Getting Even with Dad? Wasn't that the movie?
I don't remember.
There's a movie with JTT and I think Chevy Chase and Ted Danson, where one of those guys is a stepdad and they go to camp. I'm paraphrasing. If this isn't the fucking synopsis, somebody write that. Ted Danson, Chevy Chase, JTT, Marry, Fuck, Kill. And so I pass him the ball and he grabs it and he just goes, and he spins it. And I'm like, okay. And then he literally was like, and I was like, oh God,
he just flung it up like
There's
that.
no way this guy can be in my life post today.
Right.
If he's ever driving me to school or a game and trying to mix it up with other dads. Hey, you guys also, I was just shooting basket shots with my new son. Don't say that. And then I remember, it was so embarrassing that I remember I told my mom, I was like, he shoots weird. And she was like, what? And I was like, you can't date this guy. He shoots weird. And my mom again's like, she's like, I need, like, you know, and even just trying to say something to her. Yeah, I'm trying to, this isn't easy for me either. I'm trying to put myself back out there. And then she dated this guy named Harvey Greenberg. Shout out to Harvey. I'll say his full name because just Harvey doesn't do it justice. Greenberg. Yeah, that's you're like Jew. Good guy. Let us watch the Blue Angels on his roof one summer, I remember, which was dope, and was chill and had like a good vibe. It was the first guy where I was like, and he came up and gave me a good handshake and didn't try to say anything. Again, Dennis with the fucking
basket shots.
Yeah, the basket shots and the weird. He was trying too hard. Which as a kid, you don't have any sort of wherewithal to give him benefit of the doubt. You're just like, fuck you for even trying. Because you're trying too hard and you're like, ease into this. But also I think it was the first guy, so I just wasn't on board with any choice. Harvey was all right. There's a guy named Richard who was a glassblower. And this guy, by the way, this is great. I've never gone through the lineage of my mom's dating.
This is great.
past.
So wait, what was
I hope my stepdad George tunes
shots?
into this
Do you remember
episode.
what he did?
Basket shots was
his occupation.
Damn, I don't, but I do remember. Oh God, this is so fucked up, dude. I called him Marshmallow Face.
Why? That's a huge thing now. You were way ahead of your time, bro. There's a guy that wears a head.
He had and look, my mom is an attractive gal and fun, and I mean, she's always just. I even looking back and seeing old pictures, I'm like, she was a fucking catch, and she rules, and she crushed it as a mom, probably crushed it as a wife. I know she's crushing it now. So at that point, I'm just like, oh, we truly are just jumping in without any, like, I think for the first couple of go-arounds, standards were not a concern. And this guy, again, I think showed some interest, but like he had a really fucking just puff, like he looked like a marshmallow. And I remember calling him Marshmallow Face. I think that was one of the last times I saw him.
You said to him?
Yeah. But that was before, here's why I even had the chutzpah to come at him verbally. He was the first guy I saw my mom kiss. That wasn't my dad. And dude,
where was it?
In my bed. And so good night, everybody. I'm trying to sleep.
You're trying to roll over, man.
Scoot over.
Come on, Marshmallow. You get my pillow all sticky.
Yeah.
You get my pillow all sticky.
You threw a shitty bounce pass on the court. At least you could give me an alley-oop here.
At least what's his nuts could do basket shots, for Christ's sake.
No, they were
where were they?
Outside in the in the driveway where the basketball hoop was.
And where were you?
So talk about home court advantage. talk about the away team getting the fucking
getting the W. You don't come on our court and do that shit, motherfucker.
Whoa, dude, I'm gonna pass out from how insane that is.
Where were you?
In my bedroom,
house?
dude.
Looking out the window.
Imagine this being, we're on the second floor of a house, and you look out the window, and you just, like, it truly is, again, out of a movie where the layout is just set up for
driveway was
for
wet.
Tears to fall from that window. Not only tears, But Pop-Tart crumbs. Again, this is when I'm starting to eat my feelings and double fist Pop-Tarts and dip everything in Cool Whip. If I could hold you with one hand, you're going into some Cool Whip.
That was your rule? If it was one hand, then it was getting dipped.
And if you were able to be held in one and more than one of you came in a box, there's a chance that I was just, a couple. Remember dips? Remember those granola bars dipped in chocolate? I used to just fucking this and then just cross them up and, And so I had every Disney afternoon snack and soccer practice halftime show in my mouth. And I'm chomping down. And I remember he brought her home. And, dude, it just got me so riled up. I was just so, I think this is when I was, A, didn't like him, and B, I go, oh, it's, because I definitely held on for a long time, man, of hoping that my mom and dad would get back together.
You did.
Oh, yeah. And so, I used to have, like, dreams about it, and just, it was crazy. It was really.
So you went and confronted him after the kiss or another time? Like, did you run out of the house?
No, so him dropping her off and then seeing them outside my window and just like seeing them kiss. Again, it was the first time I'd seen her even be affectionate with anybody that wasn't my dad. So it was just like devastating. I mean, I literally like 0 to 60 in a heartbeat and just, window closed. Screaming, and then just like crying instantly. So hard, dude. And then I would just go off on my mom, and then like, why are you doing? Like, I think maybe like, why are you doing this to dad? Or why? Like, again, with this delusional thought that like maybe they would patch things up, even though he had clearly moved on.
So
she's probably, she's like, she doesn't smoke, but it's funny for the bit, but you think he's got another family. I think that's game, set, match. It's probably what she was thinking,
exactly.
So I got to try something.
Did you go downstairs and talk to your mom after
that? Well, first of all, I yelled out the window. And by the way, so I'm probably, I think like second or third date when I see this again. First one, just lost it and just, I don't even know what's going on. But also seeing them lock lips to me was like, oh, it's over. Like the chances of them getting back together. That's probably what really hit hard was like, oh, this is a wrap on any sort of reconciliation. And so I remember on third or fourth date opening the window and getting up enough courage to scream at him. Because I'd already starting to be show some disdain in our interactions and just be a little like Adam, how are you? And be like, fine. Just that type of shit where he's just like, oh, damn it, man. All right, what do I got to do? I got to buy you a laptop. Yeah, it's a good start, And and so I remember opening the window, and I know a handful of swear words at, what is this now, 10 maybe. So I literally remember mouthful of Pop-Tarts, just being like, you, like, a weird combo in no particular order of like, you boner pussy bitch, like, you asshole cocksucker tits, like just saying everything. And I remember him pulling away from my mom and looking up being like, and seeing him say something to her, which I can only assume was, did your son just call me an asshole pussy tits? A boner AIDS bitch?
Screaming it.
Where is he learning this vernacular? And then again, I would just take it out of my mom. And so that didn't work out. Richard the Glassblower was dope. She got a lot of cool free glass. Going to see him do that was insane. It was kind of a cool artsy thing too, that I was like, all right, this guy's like weird.
So back then, the apps didn't exist. Or where's your mom meeting these eclectic
I think there's
men?
like Jewish singles things, and then
Is that
friends.
What it was? Okay.
So, blind dates.
Who knew the Glassblower? Who was that connection?
I think he was.
I know this guy
I think
down
he was Jewish.
on the pier. Okay, I'm telling you, he's magic with his mouth. I'm telling you.
I've been noticing how little glass you got in your house. I got a friend named Richard who could fill this place up and fill you up. That's not a euphemism, okay? Fill your heart up, not you fucking pervert.
Not
you want
fucking
that.
Sick pervert.
Yeah.
He does have a collection of glass vaginas if you'd like a mold. But that's not
what I meant. He can show you what he'd do to you first. Almost like a voodoo doll, but it's right in front of your face.
Dude, that guy's probably got like a whole shelf of glass dildos. These are all mine, right? It's all after me.
He's probably got a blown glass voodoo doll of me that he stabs. Every time I get stomach pains or get the shits, he's probably doing it. because I ended that one quickly, dude. I literally.
That's a good pull. You got to pull the plug on the Glassblower.
After Marshmallow Face, I gotten some confidence to take down the next opponent.
Yeah.
It was like your rookie year making it to the playoffs, and you go back next year, and you're like, oh, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do to take down the Warriors, you know? So I remember being at dinner and Richard sitting there, and at one point I'm just doing this with with my fork.
Are you at a restaurant or at your house?
Oh, we're at home.
Yeah.
So again, I feel comfortable. I'm like, my bedroom is 2 steps away, dude. If I really want to, I can say something and go there. What's he gonna do? Burst into my bedroom? That's fucking. You're done, dude. If you do that, if you're not my dad and you just burst into my room, I'm sure mom's gonna be like, okay, dude, you can't just go into kids' rooms. And so I'm doing this, and all of a sudden he's like, can you please stop? And I'm like, stop what? Isn't that insane, dude? But again. Stop what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Rich? Called him Rich. His name's Richard. Whoa, dude. You're not one of his glass-blowing comrades, and you're calling him Rich?
Listen, Dick.
Listen, Dick. Listen,
you
Dick.
work with glass, and your motherfucking windshield's cracked. I don't trust you.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. If I ever write a one-man show about all this, you're writing and producing the whole thing, dude. Because that is so fucking funny.
I would love to.
You work with glass and your windshield's broke. If I said that as a kid, dude, he probably would just step up and go, it's not getting better than that, dude. I'm leaving, I'm at. You know what? This kid's going to outshine me in every aspect of this relationship. I'm out. He's probably got a bigger cock than me. I'm out, dude. I saw the way he double fist Pop-Tarts. I'm out. That ended shortly after that, and then she met this guy named Howard, and that one actually was cool for a while. He was a good dude. He was cool. He had almost like a Sinatra Rat Pack vibe to him, but it was cool, and he didn't try to. He was just like Adam. He was like, yeah, what's up, man? Like, yeah, and he just was cool, and he was nice, and I think again I had. Like any sort of, it's not like I was the one dating, but going through this, I was looking for something like, almost like as a casting director, you see a bunch of shitty actors, you're like, God, I want this next one to be the one. Can this guy be our Air Bud? You know?
Air Bud!
I don't know. Trying to think of a tough casting decision.
That would be tough.
Yeah. How many Cocker Spaniels can catch a Frisbee and throw a split finger slider?
Right here. This one's got something right here.
So
you're making me think now about just being like when I dated my stepson's mom. Like, I know he was the same way. Like, you're cool. He would tell her all the time, if you get somebody new, you better have somebody with a good laugh. He would say shit like that.
Wow.
But when I first
they hit the jackpot with you, by the way.
They did. They really did.
They did.
I appreciate that.
And I can also speak to that of going through it. It's like and knowing you and just
I can shoot baskets. Okay.
Also, you don't call them basket shots.
Exactly right. That's what I mean. I couldn't even do it.
Even if
I couldn't even bring myself to say it wrong.
Even if he had tried, again, I would have appreciated him just being like, "You got a wicked jumper." Like, just say the jargon and but he didn't even pretend.
Yeah.
He as soon as
he's on that crossover. That's all you got to say. And walk away.
Just walk away, dude. And just start and even try if you know that's your shot. Do a quick like, holy shit, is that Meryl Streep? Or I don't know who I was into at 10, but what? The lead from River Wild, and then fucking chuck it up, and then let me just hear the bounce and be like, and then him just be like, oh, dude, I barely missed it, and then just go inside. But
the first night I got to hang out with him, I remember it exactly like it was yesterday. Because
did you try hard?
No, she was like, all right, you want to come over? I'm like, yeah, I really want to meet the kid. And she had brought him to work a while before, so I had seen him, but I didn't get to meet him or hang out with him. And he was a sweet kid, and he just loved. He was just like me, wore his tighty whities everywhere. He was in his tighty whities, and I brought pizza dough and sauce, and I was like, we're all gonna make pizza, right?
Wow, dude.
And he's over there rolling the dough and stuff, and I'm me, and I just step back and look at you making pizza in your underpants, and he just fucking turned and looked at his mom, and it was like, what the fuck? And then I started laughing, and that was it.
He started laughing too?
He did, I did. I was just that was it. Then he got jokes. He got all my stupid jokes. Like, I would fuck with him all the time. He loved it. So yeah, we've been. I mean, now we're super tight.
Did you hear that, Dennis? A little bit of pizza dough.
That's all it is.
And a couple of underpants jokes, and you and I could be hanging out post podcast.
Done.
That truly is I mean, dude. And
put the glass down.